go into all the 4 directions and win over all the kingdoms, right? Arjuna is sent to the northern direction. Arjuna also wages a war with someone called Bhagadatta. Bhagadatta, what does it remind? Does it remind any city today? No?
Bangalore? No.
Yeah, Atharva Chakku. No. Bhagadatta. The name of the city that is against Bhagadatta is Baghdad. There is a city called Baghdad. It is in the north. It is in the Middle East today. So Bhagadatta is the king of that area.
Is that place famous for anything? That's
Baghdad chala famous city. A country lo undo nadu naaku teliyadu. Iraq, right? Yeah.
famous for Gajadanga.
Okay, the capital city of Iraq. Capital city of Iraq. So this guy, who's this guy, Arjuna, from New Delhi went all the way to Iraq, and it means that in between all these places, he either won over them or they surrendered to Dharmaraja. So he goes to Iraq. Today's Iraq. He wins over Bhagadatta, and he comes back. And until Syria, Iraq, Syria, all those places also won over by this guy, by Arjuna. And to the east direction goes, yeah.
What about the Greek Empire, Rome, China, those places?
I don't think China was. There is no mention of China in Mahabharata, at least not that I am aware of. Greece, Rome, Italy, all those places, they were experiencing ice age probably at that time. Okay, now he goes to Bhimasena goes to east direction, and in east direction there is one king called Sudhanva. He fights against Bhimasena, but he loses against Bhimasena. But he is very good king, and Bhimasena is impressed with his skills in war, and he makes him the army general of his own army. That is what Bhimasena does.
What is his name?
Sudhanva. And on the east side also, there are so many kingdoms that he wages wars with. Some of them surrender. So there's a list. There's a huge list. I can't remember those many kings and those many kingdoms. I can't remember. So I'm just letting it go. And to the south goes Sahadeva, I believe.
Wait, Sahadeva?
Sahadeva, I think he goes to south. Huh?
Nakula Sahadeva.
Nakula Sahadeva, they are the last two brothers. Four of them, for Jarasandha, they did not go. Only Arjuna and Bhima went. But for other, now each one of them has to go to each direction. Four brothers go to 4 directions and win all those directions. Dharmaraja is just sitting in Indraprastha and
preparing for
so then Sahadeva goes to south direction. He goes until the ocean, the Indian Ocean, right? Until the Indian Ocean he goes, and he asks for the and he informs Vibhishana, who is in Lanka, Kanchana Lanka.
Vibhishana still alive?
Vibhishana is a Chiranjeevi. Do you remember? Rama gives him a boon of being able to rule over Lanka for eternity. So Vibhishana is still alive, and Vibhishana gives his not consent but his agreement. He doesn't wage a war with Sahadeva. He says that he is an agreement. He approves or he agrees with Dharmaraja becoming the emperor, and then he also gives a lot of money, lot of wealth. So every direction these people are going, they are accumulating a lot of wealth. Each king who is in agreement, sorry, Vibhishana is still alive. That is what in Lanka, and they refer to it as Kanchana Lanka in Mahabharata. Kanchana means gold, right? So Suvarna Lanka, Bangaru Lanka, Kanchana Lanka is also. So yeah, now everywhere they are going, if the kings are agreeing for this Rajasuya, they are giving them the wealth, and if they are winning, They are taking a lot of wealth, and they are taking the kingdom, annexing the kingdom. After the war, also they give an option. You give me the wealth, you accept this Dharmaraja to be your emperor, or we will take your kingdom, take over your kingdom. So most of them are like, okay, now we agree that this guy is our emperor, and we give you the wealth, we give you the money. Nani kappam antaru. It's a kind of tax. So that happens, and to the west goes Nakula. And when he goes to Nakula, when this guy goes to the west, he goes to the kingdom of Madra Desa, his own maternal thing, right? So they naturally agree, they support him, and he goes to all the other countries in the west, and west is also conquered. So all four brothers from four different directions come back victorious, and all the obstacles are cleared now for Rajasuya. And then now